Welcome back. So today we are going to talk about futures. What is future? So futures are different from options in a way that futures, both parties have an obligation. In case of option, only the writer or the seller of the call or put has an obligation. Futures are different from forward in the sense that forward contracts are over the counter between two parties, whereas futures are exchange operated contracts. Okay. So when we talk about uh, uh, futures, let us take an example of a farmer who's growing a crop. Now, this farmer is going to harvest in say 2 months and then going to sell, and after 2 months, what will be the price? We don't know. So this farmer has a long position in crop. He faces a downside risk, and that's why he takes an opposite. That is a short positions in the futures market. His spot position is long. His futures position is short. So what is the full carry price? Full carry price is nothing but the spot price plus the cost of carrying, right? This concept will be important for us to understand why the future price is going to be more than the spot price for a certain item. Okay, now let us take the example of farmer. Again, suppose the spot price today is rupees 27 per kg. Farmer fears that it will fall to 26 in October. So what he does, he looks at the futures of October delivery, and he finds that it is 28. The price is 28. So what he does, he sells the futures contract. He sells the futures contract. Futures delivery is in December, so harvest is in October. Uh, so how come will this work? So uh, he will be able to deliver to the futures buyer at the rate 828 in December and still be able to hedge. Question is how? Question is how he will be able to hedge. So there need not be the coincidence of dates of delivery and the harvest. Price falls. He finds that the price falls in July. It was 29. On 29 July, it is 27, and he sells a contract 28. Now, what is short hedging strategy here? Because his position in futures, he is selling a futures. The position in futures is short. So what he does in October, when the harvest comes, he sells it at 26 and offsets his futures position at 26.75. So by selling the future, he has got 26, and by selling his harvest, the price has actually fallen from 27 to 26 in October. He gets 26, and by offsetting or squaring off his futures position, which is 28 minus 26.75, he gets 1.75. So overall, what he nets is 27.75, which is more than if he would not have hedged himself. In that case, he would have to sell entire stuff at 26, and which would not have been a hedged position for him. So what is the outcome of the hedge? So outcome of the hedge here is 1 point. It should be 1.75 out here, right? Okay, now what is short hedge? We just saw that today the spot is 27, future is 28. We sell the future in October. The spot is 26, but the future is 26.75. Okay, so the difference today between spot and future is 1. In October, the difference becomes 0.75. So the difference narrows down. So effective price becomes 27.75, which is greater than the spot price, which is 27 today, right? So this is different. The spot minus future is called the basis, and the basis in July is -1. The basis in October is minus 0.75, and the basis has narrowed down. The negative basis has narrowed down, and this is how we are hedging. Now let us take the sugar mill example. So in case of a sugar factory, which is which is planning to sell in October, but it again faces, like the farmer, a downside risk, right? So again, a downside risk. So whenever you are facing a downside risk, you can go for a short hedge, and spot price of the sugar is 38. December future today is selling as 39.25. You sell the future. You sell the future and you harvest in October. Uh, but in October the harvest is coming. That farmer is selling sugar cane to the factory. In November only factory can sell sugar. Factory would not like to carry sugar for 1 month, December, right? Because December, since the future is 39.25, you assume that in December it might sell as at 39.25, but the factory would not like to carry sugar for 1 month because there are carrying costs. So November sugar price actually falls down. Instead of going up, he sees 36.5. He sells. He does not worry. He sells it. Gets 36.5. And the December future, and when comes December, the future is price is 37.25. He offsets future in November, right? So he offsets that future, right? So in November only. So what happens? He sells sugar. He sell at 36.5 in the open market, squares off the position, and what he nets 36.5 from selling the sugar in the open market, 39.5 minus 37.5 from squaring of his futures position. So ultimately his short hedging has given him 38.5, which is more than 38 the spot price right in the beginning, right? So delivery, even if the delivery is December, it works for him. Again, if you see the basis here, basis today is negative 1.25 because the price is the spot price is 38 and the futures price is 39.25, so difference of 1.25, and in basis in November the spot is 36.5 and and the future is 37.5. So the basis in November is negative, has narrowed down. So let us just check the sugar in November, 36.5. So the basis in November should be 36.5 minus 37.5. So let us say minus 1. Okay, so outcome of the hedge depends upon the movement of the basis. So if your movement, if you are short hedging and if your basis has narrowed down, you are going to get hedging position. Otherwise, you are will not be able to hedge. Okay, now let us go take to another example of a factory called Balaji Wafers, which is using edible oil as one of the raw materials. So Balaji Wafers faces an upside risk because they will need, they will need oil later on in September. Spot price today is 105. They fear that the spot price will go up from 105. So what they do? They buy September future and they're short in the spot market for edible oil. They're short in the spot market for edible oil. So in September, the price is 106.25. So come September, the price actually has risen to 106.25 from 105. So let us make this table out here, and what we see is that in July today the spot is 106 and the future is selling at 106.5. Okay. In August, we see the price is going up. And in September, when I need oil, we see that the spot is 106.25. So what we do? We sell future. So what we do? We bought that future in July and we sold that future because the July basis is negative 1.5 and September basis has negative 0.5. Okay. So effective cost is 106. Effective cost is 106 because again your basis has narrowed down. Your basis has narrowed down. So this is a long position, a long hedge. This strategy is called a long hedge. We pay ₹1 as additional by doing this long hedge. So in case so since the spot is 106.25 and the future is in September, the future, since we have written here future is price is lower than the future price that was there in July. Okay, So let us see the short hash table and the long hash table. So negative basis in case of short hash, the negative basis, if the negative basis goes uh, negative basis narrows down, I make a profit, right? And in case of long hedge, if the negative basis widens, then I make the profit, right? In case of short hedge, if the positive basis has gone up, I make the profit. So negative basis means spot minus futures, right? And positive basis means futures minus spot. So this was about futures. Thank you.